This morning, most flights in and out of Albany International are listed on time, though there are a few delays and cancellations. Crews worked through yesterday's storm to keep things running as smoothly as possible. Here you see planes taking off the runway at Albany International Airport yesterday, while you see right here, it's snow team working at full capacity. There are canceled flights that were supposed to take off this morning to Chicago and Philadelphia, and a number of other delays, but many flights are still expected to take off on time. Be sure to double check before you head out. Yesterday's snow, not so lucky for some planned celebrations. The Hoosick Falls annual St. Patrick's Day Parade was canceled and is not being rescheduled. The Albany St. Patrick's Day Parade was also supposed to be yesterday after being canceled in 2020 and virtual last year. But it has been postponed and is rescheduled for next Saturday, March 19th. Earlier this week, organizers had said even with the forecast, the parade would go on as planned, but ultimately the parade committee announced it just couldn't happen until next weekend. However, some kept the festivities going. CBS 6's Emma Quinn spoke with people who were out having some fun in Amsterdam yesterday.
Right now we're on Dodge Street in Amsterdam, and so far the roads are looking pretty clear. Restaurant owners across the city say regardless of the forecast, whether it was rain, sleet, sunshine, or snow, they were still going to hold their St. Patrick's Day pub festivities. Now, we caught up with some people who came out to hear all about it.
Yeah, who's ready for some soup?
I said, are we gonna go? She's like, yeah, get your hats on, ladies. We're going in the snow. We got our snow boots, we're ready to go.
So Wednesday was his birthday, and so instead of going out to Connecticut, we were going to do like a whole weekend thing. We realized that this was going on, so
just celebrate, just hang out, have a good time, support all the local businesses, and do something with this crazy weather that's going on. So.
Love to come. It's so much fun to spend time with friends and celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Even though it's early, but I'm still celebrating with my Irish brothers.
Now, the festivities ended around 8 o'clock tonight, and the city of Amsterdam did not declare a snow emergency, but they are asking everyone to abide by the alternate parking on those city streets. But for now, reporting in Amsterdam, I'm Emma Quinn for CBS 6 News.
Snow and chilly air didn't stop the Pittsburgh St. Patrick's Day Parade yesterday. However, the late winter storm did cause trouble in that state, as well as from Mississippi to Maine. And parts of the South also felt the stinging cold, snow, and strong winds. CBS News correspondent Laura Podesta has more on the wide-ranging impacts.
This multi-car pileup on a slippery Pennsylvania interstate snarled weekend traffic. Just a week before spring begins, the storm swept from the southeast to the nation's capital and up to New England. The late winter blast left millions of Americans looking forward to better weather days.
It takes a lot out of you, changing your wardrobe like every week.
Hopefully it's the last one, though. I hope it's the last one, and then we can get some sun.
Heavy snow hit places like Florence, Alabama. Some parts of the state saw several inches of snow. This strawberry farmer in Georgia wasn't taking any chances with the cold snap.
Those blankets are going to take them, they're going to protect blooms and fruit.
And in Florida, the palm trees were swaying as the cold front brought strong winds to the Fort Myers area. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
And back in Albany, a man is in jail after police say they've made an arrest for a shots-fired incident that happened back in November. Police say the man fired several shots towards a group of cars and people in the area of Broadway and Lawn Avenue in Albany. Police say they saw a man driving near 3rd Avenue and Delaware Street Friday night. They tried to pull him over in reference to that November shots-fired investigation. According to police, the suspect sped off, leading them on a high-speed chase that ultimately led to the suspect's arrest when officers later caught up to him on foot. Aaliyah Juwan Timmons now faces a slew of charges, including criminal possession of a weapon, reckless endangerment, operating with a suspended license, and unlawfully fleeing a police officer. He was arraigned and sent to the Albany County Jail. This morning, Troy police are investigating 2 separate shooting incidents Friday into Saturday, and they're asking for your help in one and have made an arrest in the other. Police say just before 11 p.m. Friday night, they were called downtown to a home on 8th Street near Hoosick Street. Inside, officers say they found a woman shot in the neck. They say her injuries are serious, but right now she's in stable condition. Early Saturday morning, detectives arrested her husband. Police say 26-year-old Tyreek Mansell faces several charges, including attempted murder. Mansell was arraigned in Troy City Court and sent to Rensselaer County Jail. Police say more charges are possible. And then around 12:45 yesterday morning, Troy police say they were called to a shooting at a banquet hall on 3rd Avenue in Lansingburg. Police say when they arrived, they found a large crowd leaving a party and found a partygoer had been shot in the torso. They say the man's injury is serious, but he's unstable. So far, no arrests have been made. Troy police urge any of the witnesses at this party to call detectives. In New York City, the Museum of Modern Art was evacuated yesterday, and 2 of its employees are recovering after police say a man stabbed them because they wouldn't let him in. Some of the chaos was caught on social media. Take a look. Investigators say when museum staff wouldn't let the man in, he got mad, jumped over a reception desk, and stabbed 2 employees multiple times. Police say the suspect recently lost his membership because of poor disorderly conduct. Both victims are recovering in the hospital. Mayor Eric Adams has begun implementing his comprehensive plan to combat rising violence in New York City. Part of the plan includes reviving the city's controversial anti-crime unit. Neighborhood safety teams will be tasked with patrolling high-crime neighborhoods starting tomorrow. And at 2 this morning, we spring forward into daylight saving time. New York State DMV, though, is using this time to warn of the risk of drowsy driving. The New York State Partnership Against Drowsy Driving is promoting its Stay Awake, Stay Alive message. It says 24 hours without sleep has similar effects as drunk driving. It's estimated that drowsy driving is a contributing factor in 328,000 crashes nationwide annually, more than half involving drivers 25 years old and younger. Pharmacy giant CVS cracking down on sexual harassment allegations within the company. Under CEO Karen Lynch, CVS hired an outside firm to conduct an internal review, which resulted in the termination of several employees. 2 female employees in a New Jersey CVS alleged their store's manager harassed or inappropriately touched them. Those allegations led to a wider investigation, which indicated improper behavior was not being taken seriously enough. In October, Lynch was named to the #1 spot of Fortune magazine's list of the most powerful women in business. Her transformation at CVS includes closing about 10% of its pharmacies to adapt to changes in consumer buying patterns. Saudi Arabia reportedly executed 81 people convicted of crimes ranging from murder to terrorism. It's the largest known mass execution carried out in the kingdom's modern history. The executions have drawn widespread international criticism. It's not clear why the kingdom chose yesterday for the executions. It claims the prisoners were all provided attorneys and saw due process in court. The kingdom has not said how the prisoners were executed, but death row inmates are typically beheaded in Saudi Arabia. Hitting the roads is increasingly more expensive these days. When we come back, a look at how high gas prices could impact spring break travel. Then later in the newscast, how prices are impacting farmers. It is spring break time for many, but the increase of gas prices, it could require some to stay home instead of travel. CBS reports from San Antonio.